Hello, hello, all you lovely lurkers out there. Hope you're all having an awesome Saturday, whether it be evening or morning. Good to see you, Mr. Neat, Man of Cheese, Real Nitzilla, Mick. Hello, hello. Real Nitzilla, thank you so much for continuing that generous gift sub that I personally gave you. Sincerely though, thank you for choosing to continue to support the channel, and thanks again for participating in the latest Slay the Streamer and kicking my butt single-handedly. I have never been to the Glasgow Gallery of Modern Art. I have never been anywhere in Europe, actually. I've traveled to a couple of places in the United States. I've traveled to the Philippines, no, not the Philippines, the Caribbean, excuse me, on a cruise, and I've been to Peru, but never anywhere in Scotland. So I can't say that I've been. How was it? Have a good time? So we're currently on 2 in a row with the old Ascension 20, and on this new save file, we're 3 for 5. It's pretty dang good as far as Ascension 20 heart runs go. I went to Peru with my mother like 6 years ago, and we saw parts of the Amazon jungle, like what's the river that goes to the yeah, the Amazon River. Took a boat tour down the Amazon, so I spent a couple of evenings in a, like, kind of forest resort that was big on environmental sustainability. So the whole place was, like, constructed out of wood and didn't use electrical power. We had, like, mosquito net covered hammocks that we slept in. And I distinctly remember the sounds of howler monkeys roaring at night in the distance. The jungle really comes alive after the sun goes down, and I saw all sorts of strange and fascinating creatures in that jungle trip. Are any of you familiar with the species known as the bullet ant? Apparently they are native to the Amazon, or at least they're found natively in the Amazon. I'd heard that they were ants. Like, I was aware of their existence before I went to Peru. And I'd known that they were ants with a legendarily powerful sting. But I'd never seen one. And what nobody told me was that they're goddamn enormous. Like, the size of your pinky finger. Kind of large. We were walking through this little path in the jungle, and I come across a plant. It's got a bug on top of it that looked kind of crazy looking. So I leaned in closer for a better look, and it's this enormous black ant that is in the process of chewing on a wasp that it is holding aloft in its jaws, because I guess the ant was big enough to have beaten the wasp. They are terrifying, but really, really cool. Yes, a whole lot of nope, exactly. There's a lot of cool things. The leafcutter ants are a lot less intimidating and really neat to see marching across the jungle trail in their huge convoys carrying leaves and stuff. I remember getting to see a baby caiman alligator too, which was really cool. We went on a boat tour to go fishing for piranhas, which we didn't actually find any. Speaking of piranhas, a bit of a misconception about those guys, where we depict them in popular culture as like these ravenous flesh-eating things, but they like fruit, actually. It's what most of their diet is eating fruit that falls into the river. And the scary tales that get told about them mostly involve a stunt that some royal pulled. Fruit has flesh, that's true. There was some, like, royal who showed off piranhas by starving them, and showing how they could strip a cow carcass, and starving piranhas are amazing at chomping down on stuff. But normal wild piranha are more interested in fruit than they are in flesh. Oh no, Boomer. I know what you're about to link. And I love it. How's it going, Boomer? Yeah, for those that don't know, I posted this in my Discord earlier today, but Annie Featherweight, who is an awesome streamer, currently streaming some digital art at my request. She holds a subscriber raffle every now and then, and I happened to win it this morning. So she's sketching a Thin Man from XCOM. She's doing a I did play this in early access, yeah. I started playing this sometime in, I want to say, February of last year. Back before the defect was added as a character class. And I still remember a lot of the old things the game had. There's been a lot of changes to the game over the course of the early access period. A lot of rebalances, a lot of things that have been outright cut. And it's funny to look back at some of those and realize they used to be in the game. For example, did you know that the single blue slaver used to be in the easy pool fight in Act 1? The very first combat of your run could have been one blue slaver. He was very good at hurting people with the starter deck. Because unlike most of the other encounters, you don't get any free turns against the blue slaver. I think everything else in the easy pool has a free turn somewhere. That and the debuffs he inflicted are a little bit too much. And no wait, Super Kami Guru. Glad to see people who remember that co-op stream. I had a really good time on the Jorbs co-op. At this point, the toughest easy pool fight is definitely, if we're talking Act 1, Mr. Neat, the toughest easy pool fight is most certainly gotta be the Jawworm. I think Jawworm is the fight that that most frequently results in a lot of lost health. And definitely has like if you were talking about Act 1 fights that can take like 30 health off of you with a really bad run, a really bad series of draws, that'd be Jawworm. There's something about because the Jawworm has turns where you need to be blocking and turns where you need to be attacking. If you draw your cards really badly to line up with that with that rotation, then you can get punished very heavily. And the longer the fight goes on, the longer it gets out of control. Whereas, like, compare the cultist fight. There's an absolute minimum of damage that you can take, and you can even do the math on it. Because all you have to do is the 50 or so hit points the cultist has, and it only takes 2 rotations through your deck to draw 50 damage, because you have 4 or 5 strikes. For the most part. Now, if you start with a curse in your deck, it can get really ugly. That's one of the reasons I've started really avoiding taking curse as a starting penalty, because even if you have a floor 2 store where you can remove that curse, having a doubt or a shame in your deck for just that first fight when you have no other cards added can result in, in an unlucky situation, you can take 20 or 30 damage against Jawworm or Cultist. God, is the Jawworm in the allegory? Yeah. The Jawworm is the brutal assailant that softens up silent decks so that Gremlin Knob can pound them into the dust when they roll in there with 30 health. It's an absolutely devastating tag team combo. How about we slay some spires, chat? Defects up in our rotation. Ascension 20. What will the Spire hold in store for us today? Actually, I forgot to turn on one of my lights. Excuse me 1 second. There we go. I should look a little bit more evenly illuminated. Maybe Lady Jawworm. Okay, rough axe. Tough axe. Hello, Slytherin Hitboy, and welcome. You just bought the Switch release. That's awesome. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to let me know, and either myself or folks in chat can help answer. I do tend to play the game at a fairly quick pace, which comes with 1,500 hours of practice. And it can be difficult to snap out of that mindset and slow down at times. This Act 1 layout is horrid. Oh, somebody also asked me what about one of the worst seeds I ever encountered. What is one of the worst starts that I've ever had in Slay the Spire? I'm trying to think if any particularly brutal ones stand out. I've definitely seen this didn't happen to be on stream, but I have seen an Act 1 layout where all the paths converge into one node at floor 7, and that node is the Burning Elite. So the run is literally required to fight a Burning Elite as soon as possible. The start of Act 1. So, in terms of maximizing my fires and elites, I really don't have that many options. There's a path on the left side that hits 3 campfires and 2 elites. There's a path on the right side. There's a path on the left side. You can do a couple paths that hit 2 fires and 2 elites, and those are ugh. Those are ugh. Thinking this 2-fight 3 question mark path into a fire will give us the right mix of getting some cards added, getting an upgrade in order to punch through. As far as starting bonuses go here, there's nothing wrong with a zap upgrade as the start bonus. I think that would be just fine and dandy, and the run would probably appreciate it. Common Relic is a little bit of a gamble. 6 fights in a row, followed by an elite. That's... yeah, that's oof right there. That floor 4, like, single big green slime. Some of those hard pool encounters can be very brutal. I think in general that's one of the most punishing acts you can get, where you're forced into like 4 or 5 fights in a row without any events, any break, anything. It's really tough. Nothing wrong with the boss relic swap. Well, I'm committing to an early-ish elite. No, there's something wrong with the boss relic swap. If I get a boss relic that slows me down a lot, like, let's say... the inserter. This could be pretty punishing. I don't mind removing all gold to lose 2 cards. I think I would remove 1 strike, 1 defend if I did that. And that has us with 2 less starting cards in the deck for the whole run, which is really significant. I'm actually going to try that. It's imperative that I remove 1 and 1 and not 2 strikes, because by the time we get to this elite, if I've only been offered blocking cards for my deck, then I won't have enough damage to survive. So, as ever, if you're going to fight an elite early in Act 1, you need damage. In any source, whatever damage you can find needs to be the first and foremost consideration for the deck. Of the 3 cards I've got, Recursion is kind of like damage, because this evokes, the only kind of orb we have at the moment is Lightning Orbs. So Recursion will evoke our frontmost Lightning Orb, and channel a new one. Basically, Recursion does 8 damage to a random enemy, is what this card does, and that's fine. Smooth Floor 1 Jawworm, it's a lot easier to have a smooth first one. That's pretty typical, actually, for Defect in general, but it's more probable when we have 3 strikes instead of 4, because we cannot draw 4 strikes and a zap in the same hand. There's almost no ways to draw hands without defense in them. I have this FTL. It is free damage, replaces itself, draws a card, just a little bit of additional punch that will often find herself appreciating. It's hoping they both hit the one in the back, but I'll take it. Hey, Adonis Incarnate. I'm a pretty big fan of our new emotes. Happy to have them. And thank you, Jin Fizzes, for that host. How was your... I only caught a little bit of your test Slay the Spire stream, but I hope it went well. Do I value taking a good block card in Act 1 as defect compared to the other classes? My evaluation on when I should pick, like, if I want to pick up block cards for any of the 3 classes depends mostly... Exilium depends mostly on whether I'm fighting elites or not, and whether I'm fighting Guardian or not. The Act 1 boss has a lot of evaluation in, do I need to put decent block cards in the deck or not? Hexaghost, you want almost nothing in the line of defense. Guardian, you want a lot of defense. You also probably want more defense if you've removed any of your defends, which is not something that I think players often do, but it's actually not that bad. We often say, and this works better on lower Ascensions, but our typical approach as Slay the Spire streamers is to add better attack cards into the deck immediately and remove our strikes. You can do just a pretty adequate job in a lot of runs by doing the inverse, adding better block cards to your deck and removing defense. This also works reasonably well, though you do need to up your damage in some way while you're doing that. But that can come from, like, relics, especially on low Ascension. If you get, say, Bronze Scales Mercury Hourglass as your first 2 relics, you can cruise into that first boss fight with just strikes, and you'll probably win. Yeah, Glacier is pretty much strong enough. I'm thinking about a Cool-Headed right now. It is our first source of Frost Orbs. If I wanted to really make sure this Elite's not a problem, I could take the Beam Cell here, or apply 3 vulnerable... Or sorry, apply 1 vulnerable, deal 3 damage. And maybe even consider upgrading it for the 2 turns of vulnerable. That would help a lot by the time I reach that Elite. And we'll do good damage to Hexaghost too. You know what? I'm actually going to take that. Convinced myself that it's a good idea. Dig! So worth it. Gambling Chip. Start of each combat, discard any number of cards, and draw that many again. 2 random upgrades. Heck yeah. 2 upgraded strikes. And you know what? With a Gambling Chip, I'm also going to upgrade my Beam Cell now to go with those upgraded strikes. And I think this deck is now doing enough damage that something like Gremlin Knob isn't even a little bit threatening to us. Though a Lagavulin definitely is, so that's fun. Here's hoping we don't fight one of those. The Powers Run got very silly, Ash Williams. For a brief summary of how Powers Run went, the icon buff bar on Defect stretched off the edge of the screen. Like it went all the way past the enemy health bars and off the edge of the screen. Okay, you're gonna die first. That damage output. That's damage output we can be confident in. Now is the time to take a better block card. Like I just said I was worried about Lagavulin, and the reason we're worried about Lagavulin is we don't block very well. And Elite fixes that hole really nicely. There it is. The dreaded Lagavulin. That is a beautiful turn 1. A beautiful turn 1. Not so beautiful of a turn 2, though. Took me to draw a leap there. Oh man, Vajra in this Defect deck is doing a lot of work. Start each combat with 1 strength. Means these strike pluses are now hitting for 15 damage when the target is vulnerable. Which is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Don't mind a Steam Barrier for just a little bit more block. There's also definitely something to be said for Compile Driver. Does damage, draws at least 1 card. And if we add... And we will want to add Frost Orbs, this will get better. Actually, yeah, let's take a Compile Driver. Meat on the Bone. If our hit points are at or below half at the end of combat, heal 12. I was originally planning it resting on at this fire, but Meat on the Bone is so good that we can now upgrade at every fire for the rest of this act and stay healthy. Beautiful find for sustain, especially in Defect decks that have low max health, and having taken Golden Idol, we unfortunately do. So as long as this fight doesn't kill me, and it's not going to, because this deck is heck strong. Oops, I did not click the right cards there. That's alright. Full block anyway. My brain went all dyslexic for a second there. That's the block card we were looking for. Glacier. Gain 7 block, channel 2 Frost. Gorgeous. If this Glacier was not here, I think a sweeping beam would be great. We have the +1 strength. We have the source of vulnerable such that attacks are doing pretty good damage. But no. Not gonna pass a glacier for it, that's for sure. Am I doing enough damage to beat Hexaghost yet? This is my current question to myself. 3 more card picks. I'd like to make my defense a little bit better. Turn this leap into Elite Plus. Already feeling really good about the deck, offensively. So I can actually work on the secondary prerogatives. Fight. Ball Lightning is another attack card. We're still looking to channel more orbs, and I think a Ball Lightning fits into that perfectly. Yeah, it does physical damage, channels a damage orb. I really, really like adding a Ball Lightning here. Is it not always better to dual cast? Not always, no, Iagenkal. So the way that you should look at dual casting. Hold on, I can do this in a combat situation. The way I tend to look at dual casting is you're doing 16 damage immediately, but giving up 3 damage every single turn, including on the turn you play it. So you've done 16 right now, or well, you've done 13 additional damage if we're looking at the single turn. If you're looking at 1 turn ahead, you've done 10 additional damage. If you're looking at 2 turns ahead, you've done 7 additional damage, compared to just keeping the Lightning Orb in play. Yeah, +8 if the orb would evoke normally anyway. And the other thing to consider is, are you playing a different card instead of the dual cast? Dual casting is usually better than not dual casting, but if you're comparing dual cast versus spend that 1 energy on a strike instead, then the immediate gain isn't 13 damage, it's only 7. And that means if the fight is going to continue for more than 2 additional turns, it's better to play a strike than it is to play a dual cast. Which is often the case in a fight like the first turn of Jawworm. It's often the case in, like right now, definitely. This fight's going to go on for many, many turns, so whatever orbs I have are going to be quite important. Am I using a power potion here? No, it's no way, right? I've got meat on the bone. This is all going to be fine. Thanks, Lightning Orb. Appreciate your cooperation. Like, now I'm going to dual cast this Frost Orb, though, because I need to block. Blocking sounds great. Here's where we'll find that we're going to run into some issues. Because our deck is only 15 cards and it's getting completely flooded with Dazed. And I failed to draw a satisfactory lethal here. Really? Wow. Not the cards I wanted to draw there. I'm actually going to take the 3 to play this. Yeah, and if that results in a kill in this sentry, that'd be great. Got him. He wins. Thanks for the biddy. Ooh, upgrades. Oh man, this is a really nice find. Hello! Check out these cards. Thunderstrike's a fun card. 3 energy to deal 1 damage to a random enemy for each lightning we've channeled this combat. We could actually, if we wanted to, use that in the Hexaghost fight to get a lot done. I don't think I'm going to, though. The card that really has my eye here is Static Discharge. When we receive attack damage, channel 1 lightning. Yeah, even with the Vajra, like a Thunderstrike hits very, very hard. And thanks to the Ball Lightning, we have at least some ways to channel Lightning Orbs. But I love Static Discharge, and we have a source of sustain. So I think I'm really happy to take this power. This is a card we'll be really happy to have when we get into Act 4 in the Heart Fight. And I think Static Discharge in general is good at any deck that can channel a lot of orbs and wants to channel even more. So it'll let us like evoke orbs from Glacier for extra block, it'll let us push out tons of damage. Oh, definitely Nidzilla. If I see Thunderstrike, like if I take the Static Discharge, beat Hexaghost, and then Hexaghost drops a Thunderstrike, I will probably take that at that time. But for now, I'm going to take the Discharge, and I'm happy to see an upgraded dual cast. Let's just play a little bit more. I think we're putting out so much damage, I can go for the Slime first here. Just avoid this debuff entirely. Oh my gosh. Damages. The damages. Wow. A regen potion to boot. Oh my goodness, and then good block cards. I would like a good block card. Do I want Cold Snap because it deals damage and channels? Yeah, actually, I do want a Cold Snap. Because it's an attack. We have plus strength and vulnerable, so the damage on Cold Snap's actually really relevant here. Cool. Charge Battery and Equilibrium are definitely amongst my favorite defect blocks. But I think I'm comfortable with the blocking at the moment. We got a Defend upgrade, we got a Leap Plus, we have a Glacier. And Frost Orbs are nice. This is definitely the upgrade. 2 lightning for every single... Do it on turn 1. Shame I'm at exactly 36 health, though. I'll play the Glacier. So here's something interesting. Static Discharge, even though it's an offensive card, helps us block. Because as we take damage, we're going to channel new Frost Orbs, which will evoke the channel new Lightning Orbs, excuse me, which will evoke the Frost Orbs, giving us block in the middle of Hexaghost's multi-hit attack. And so even though I'm only generating 9 block at the end of my turn, I'm going to get an additional 10 during Hexaghost's turn. So I'm actually blocking for 19 here. I'll be taking 5, and we'll end this at 31 health instead of the 21 that you'd expect. Yeah, I kept the Ascender's Bane because I wanted it to exhaust. It only exhausts if you keep it in your hand. And I wanted to... I already had the cards I wanted to play, so there was no need to shuffle into the deck. It's not quite the number I quoted. I can do math sometimes, probably. Take 4? So instead of playing one of my block cards here, I'm going to deliberately tank the 4 damage from Hexaghost so that Static Discharge will channel 2 more Lightning Orbs for me. And whenever I get a decent opportunity to do something like that, I'll take it. For example, here I can dual cast, going to 10 block. Take another 2 to get more orbs. And this is a decision I'll end up coming back to a lot over the course of the run. Where can I take small amounts of damage in order to trigger additional lightning orbs to do damage and win the fight? How does this deck feel about an Echo Form? It's not massively excited. It's not massively excited about an All for One either. And take them all! Let's see, Creative AI would mostly be useful for beating Champ. Yeah, Echo Form is kind of a heavy card. We can find it early with the Gambling Chip, and I think the Gambling Chip in general makes Echo Form a much better card. Let's take that. Oh, hey, okay. Well, that's enough reason to... Yep. When you have an Echo Form, Snecko Eye sure looks a lot better. So just to clarify our options here, we've got the Frozen Core, which replaces the Cracked Core. If you end your turn with any empty Orb slots, channel 1 Frost. So this is a relic that's mostly good if your deck is great at having empty Orb slots. If you have Capacitor, if you have Inserter. Empty Cage could remove 2 cards. I would remove this unupgraded Strike, and honestly, probably a Defend. And the deck would get nice and compact. But there's a lot of raw power here in Snecko Eye that gives us the ability to scale this deck up in the future. Then of our turn, draw 2 extra cards, start each combat confused with a Gambling Chip, which lets us discard and redraw any of the opening 7 cards to ensure that we have a better turn 1. Snecko Eye is a very safe pickup. And it goes great with the couple of high-value cards, Glacier, Echo Form, Leap Plus. These are all cards that are just fine, even at 2 energy. We do moan the loss of the dual cast upgrade. This upgrade effectively stops existing. This dual cast now costs a random amount. And FTL gets a lot worse, but it's still okay. I think we'll find... Champ. I think we'll find ourselves pretty powerful as we move through the act here. And I'm betting I can fight at least 1 elite. I'm not opposed to taking down the Burning Elite here in this act. But either way, I'm going to go to the store first. Free Energy Snecko tends to be a little bit vulnerable right at the start of Act 2 in my experience. Unless you have Static Discharge against birds, in which case you just crush them. Let's see, so I'm 1 block short, actually? Alright. I'm okay being 1 block short. Order. Hey, good morning, Doug Barker. And BB Tech. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're all having an awesome day. A thwack. That's right, I put an Echo Form in play. Whoops! Totally forgot about that thing. As soon as it stopped being in my hand, it stopped existing for me. Object permanence is something I haven't gotten a complete grasp on just yet. Well, you spent your morning trying to fix a car that is still not working. Oof. I spent my morning trying to fix a computer that is still not working. Fortunately, it's not my computer. But a friend of mine's. Yeah, more orbs, you say? Oh, crap. I just killed, my audio. Good job, me. Now I understand how I ruined my audio before, actually. It was by knocking my USB receiver for my headset out. I may need to reboot Slay the Spire to fix this. In fact, I probably do. Okay, so fortunately we're at a spot where I can just save and quit. I needed to reboot Slay the Spire anyway, because I screwed up a graphics setting. So we'll be right back into the game in one quick second here. It feels good to make progress on something, even if the problem isn't yet fixed. Just there's definitely a super frustrated feeling that comes with not having any clue what's wrong in the first place, or how to fix it. Okay, game capture. Oh, there we go. Cool. Alright, back into it. All is well. So, Heatsink's Cool-Headed Melter. Cool-Headed's pretty good. We're gonna be wanting to do more orb things. I will take a Cool-Headed. It's not the greatest card, but Defragment is the greatest card. Defragment most certainly is the greatest card. Prepping for the Blizz. Snecko-Eye Blizzard. Yeah, you know what? Snecko-Eye Blizzard's fine. Guess my question is, do I take the Clockwork Souvenir? Start each combat with one artifact. This is very powerful, lets me do things like negate the downside to bias cognition. But I can't buy this defragment if I do. And that defragment is really important. Right now that defragment provides something that can give me, once I upgrade it 4 focus in a fight, by double casting it with the creative AI, or with the Echo form. If I could buy both of them, I think I would. But as it stands, I'm pretty sure a defrag is more important. It partially because the souvenir is only doing things in theory at the moment, whereas the defragment's actually guaranteed to help me a lot. Snecko-Eye does not eat the artifact charge, no. Snecko-Eye applies the confusion before you gain artifacts from Clockwork Souvenir. There's no way, as far as I'm aware, to prevent Snecko-Eye from giving you confusion in the first place. You can remove the confusion with orange pellets, but you can never prevent it. And that's actually true regardless of which order you got the souvenir and the Snecko-Eye in. And we can take out the strike, yeah. And I'm quite happy with that. There's like kind of an interaction you can do with Scrape and Snecko-Eye, but I'd much rather have a hologram. It's way more reliable than what Scrape does. Oh, the Red Mask Gang. Not my favorite folks, but I think our deck is strong enough that we can afford to fight it out. In order to beat these guys, you need a deck that does things really quickly, and our gambling chip Snecko-Eye is going to have a pretty good turn 1 most of the time. So I think we can make this happen here. Oh yeah. Most certainly. Oh, bear! Yeah, so our deck on turn 1 kills Bear and puts Echo Form into play at the same time. That's pretty good. So that definitely feels like it's a reference to something. It's not, as far as I'm aware, It's totally original to the game. But I definitely get the same feeling, right? Wonder if it's a reference to like one of the devs' D&D group. Oh my god, a genetic algorithm plus. Gain 1 block, permanently increase this card's block by 3. We don't really need better block now, but we will need better block later. And this is really good block later. This card can be played twice with Echo form, which will permanently increase its block twice as well. We're super happy to have that, and we're super happy that that came upgraded for free. We super tank apparitions, right? So we definitely want to be looking at question marks. Let's see, remove all strikes, gain 5 bites. Not as interested in these as I was the apparitions. We're gaining 3 additional attack cards, we're unupgrading the 2 strikes we have, and we're losing 30% of our max health. No thanks. Hard pass. Let's spin the wheel. A card removal! Nice! I think I know what I'm getting rid of. Is it Zap or is it FTL, actually? Definitely want to get rid of one of these 2 cards. Yeah, do I though? I think with the beam cell and the Vajra, the FTL is better than the Zap is. That Zap out of here. Do I want to take an elite right now? No, I want to upgrade to Fragment. Good talk. Then I want to fight the next elite. Okay, yeah. Okay, probably just turn 1 Echo form, but we'll gamble to find some maybe 0 cost to play alongside. Perfect. Calipers win! The old double defrag. Double cast this so that it is permanently increased twice. Not very good right now, but I would like it to be better next fight. Pop. Okay, I see we're at the point where we're just skipping potions now, because we're so strong. That's encouraging. Guess I should use that regen potion to just top up in the elite fight, probably. And I think we're super comfortable with fighting the Burning Elite. Yeah, FTL is a little bit worse with the Snecko. It's probably our next removal, is that FTL. Do I want another Cold Snap, or do I want to Streamline? I'm thinking the answer is no. I would take either of these if they were upgraded, but unupgraded attack cards don't feel like they do a whole lot for us at this point. Let's keep this deck reasonably thin and look to add really high-value stuff. A Sunder, another Glacier, an Equilibrium, a Hologram, a Meteor Strike. Yeah, Meteor Strike. Okay, a little bit of a spooky turn 1. I may end up replaying this defrag. I'm undecided as of yet. I think I'm gonna play it. Just get a lot of power into play right now. 10 plus 7 is 17, so I can kill one of these minions with a weakened Frail. Contemplating doubling up on Static Discharge. I think I need to. It is imperative that I continue to kill the gremlins as they appear. For now. As long as if there's 2 gremlins on the field after Gremlin Leader does his buff turn, it's guaranteed to attack me for a frankly terrifying amount of damage. So I'm going to try to avoid that whenever possible. Yeah, 11 times 3 is a bit much, don't you think? Don't you think? Which is double casting Strike, thinking about it. No, double casting Ball Lightning's gotta be better, damage-wise. Okay, good. I was hoping Genetic Algorithm would come back so I could cast it twice. And then finish off the leader here. Good fight! So, oh my god. Our genetic algorithm, which was 1 block when we picked it up 2 floors ago, is now already 13 block, because we've cast it 4 times in 2 combats, and this is only going to continue to become a disgustingly powerful card. Ancient Potion is like a Clockwork Souvenir, except way better. We just hold on to this potion for as long as we want. There's a creative AI here, which says at the start of our turn, add a random power card into our hand. We're going to happily take that, because a random cost creative AI sounds great, especially when you have an Echo form. And a Bottled Tornado lets us put the Echo form in the opening hand at the start of every combat, at random cost with Snecko-Eye. There's no bag of preparation involved in our relics here, so we know the Snecko-Eye is going, or the Echo form is going to be random cost every single time. And if it's, like, unplayable, we can still throw it away with the gambling chip. Ornamental Fan. If we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block, this is actually not too bad. We will do this more than none of the time. We do still have a fairly heavy attack-based deck. We got the Compiler, Every Cold Snap, Beam Cell, FTL, Strike Plus, 1 Strength, etc., etc. And I would definitely not be opposed to adding future attacks like Sunder and Doom and Gloom. So this does stuff. Does it do better stuff than we'll get in the relic from the next chest? I don't know. I think it does enough stuff that I do want it, so I will take it. Take this Burning Elite. I feel really strong right now. Feel really, really strong right now. Hey, Megden. Run is going, stream is going great right now. We're off to a frankly ridiculous first run of the day. I'm looking forward to where it goes from here. This might be the one time we don't double up the genetic algorithm. Well, I had to guess. Although, can I just full block without it? Yes, actually I'm already full blocking. Rude. Might end up vulnerable at the end of the turn here. Like, worst case scenario, we're not taking that much damage. So I'm not worried, but... Okay, one's fine. Got lucky with the lightning orb there. Or did we? Only thing the deck really needs now is like a... what you call it? A data disk or a runic capacitor or something, just some relic that gives me better orb scaling, basically. Mummified hand, yeah, okay, maybe there's a lot of things that would make the deck a lot better. But one of the many things that I'd like to see. An orb scaling relic. Really just more relics. Cool, we're about to get one, so it's exciting. Power we get from Creative AI is not random costs, no. Creative AI says, at the start of a turn, add a random power card into your hand. And Snekoi says, when you draw a card, randomize its cost. Cards that are not drawn from the draw pile are not randomized, so anything that comes from a potion, anything that's generated by a power, be that Hello World, Creative AI, Magnetism, Infinite Blades, any of that stuff. Any other card effect that puts a card directly into your hand, so Seek or Hologram that pull out of your draw or discard piles, these also do not draw a card, and so bypass the confusion effect. Which is a little, admittedly, confusing, but is the way it works. Channel 1 Frost for each enemy in combat. It's kind of a useful card, actually. 0 cost, but when we need it, like in battles where we want to play it, it's really good because it's generating 2 or 3 Frost Orbs. It's basically a Glacier. And in battles where we're against a single target, we don't care about how much this costs. I'm gonna grab it. Like right here, like I'm willing to pay 3 energy to put that in play. Better believe I am. It's a really good opening hand, by the way. But I can't play the defend and the algorithm. Guess I'll shuffle the defend. Oh, beautiful. Free Echo Form, free Creative AI. And then just put all these in play. Gorgeous. Setup does indeed bypass Snekoi, Lost Champion. There's a number of effects that make cards cost 0. Some of these Snekoi overrides, some override the Snekoi, and Setup is one of the... Setup and I think Forethought both actually overpower Snekoi and cost 0, regardless of what the Snekoi rolls. Which is really, really cool. Beautiful. I'll be vulnerable next turn. Could be worth using the Ancient Potion to block it, but... You know what? Actually, it probably is. This fight's a little scary. Because we're nowhere near killing the Red Slaver here. This guy's rolled plus max health, and it's a little bit much at the moment for this poor deck to handle. I think we would have been okay. I threw away my potion, ultimately. That's alright. Wasn't confident the deck was going to draw well. My story, and I'm sticking to it. GG. Got him. Frozen Egg. Any powers we add from now on are upgraded. Got a potion, so I'm not even that upset. The Emerald Key comes to us, and if we want, we can take a Self-Repair Plus. At the end of combat, heal 10 hit points. This is the upgraded version, although they still haven't patched it to make this reflect that this will be upgraded. Get it on the same floor. And with an Echo Form, we can play it twice, so this is potentially 20 health at the end of each combat, which with Meat on the Bone is potentially 32 health at the end of a fight. That sounds great. I would like that. And buy another one. Okay, one is enough. Does Snecko deck want a Hand of Greed? Almost? Do a lot of damage, actually. You know, if we Echo Form Hand of Greed Plus on a vulnerable target, we'll deal 75 damage. But I think I'm more interested in this Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block, because our turn 1 wasn't good enough already. And I can pair that with a card removal. To remove, at this point, a Defend. I think I like our strikes more than I like our defends. 10 damage versus 5 block. Especially with an Ornamental Fan in the deck. And we have plenty of other good sources of block. I'm counting Self-Repair as block, by the way. That's my choice. There's certainly another number of other things we could have done here that would have been good. Focus Potion is pretty solid pickup. There's an argument for... We skipped a bunch of Streamlines earlier, so it's hard to argue that Streamline was the right pickup. Sling of Courage feels unnecessary, mainly. What are we worried about in this deck? I actually don't know what even bothers to get this deck out of bed in the morning. In terms of potentially threatening things. What do we have to fear? Go bye-bye. Attack for 24. Now we're being attacked for 0. Fights like this should be a good demonstration of how the 2 extra card draw per turn from Sneckai makes certain enemy effects, like adding statuses to the deck, way less threatening than they would be normally. Because we could still draw like a full option hand of, 5 cards. Chosen is really trying her hardest with these 36 attacks. Yeah, Glacier's gotten nerfed more than once, and it is still one of Defect's best block cards. True facts. So aggro, though. Hey, Ancient Potion came back to us. Welcome back, Ancient Potion. We adore you. How do we feel about Equilibrium? Kind of afraid, but also kind of excited by it. Equilibrium gains a 13 block, which is great, and retains our hand, which is potentially good with Sneckai, but also potentially bad. Depends on the hand. So it's a bit of a mixed bag at times. I'm gonna pass on it. We got premium stuff anyway. Upgrade... I don't know, Glacier? That plus 3 block? The Equilibrium itself doesn't stay in your hand, Mayflower, so you still have to be redrawing it turn after turn. Well, I guess I'm just gonna... I'm totally okay with taking 3 damage, it means I get Echoform and Creative AI into play against Champ on turn 1. From here we scale up into silly directions, so enjoy the show. We're gonna hit him. We're gonna be patient with Champ here. Oracular, we're gonna force Champ to wait while we do our thing. Alright, 3 random powers at the start of every turn should be enough to scale pretty quickly. Show me, yeah, those. Hold off on the storm for a moment. Like a capacitor, really. No? Alright. Double that algorithm when I see it again.
Commander, one of our most valued supporters, says continued support of the XCOM project.
How's it going? Thank you so much for those 8 generous months of support slash lowering my chat quality. Glad you're enjoying the new high-res loyalty badges. I had them made special by a smart and handsome streamer friend you may have heard of. Oh, we're doing lightning orbs now, I guess, huh? Sure. It's nice knowing you, champ. Can I think of some cards or effects that say a new card will cost 0 but then doesn't with Sneckai? Metamorphosis and Chrysalis both come to mind. They each say add 3 or 5 random attacks or skills to your deck. They cost 0 this combat, and that is a lie with Snecko Eye. I'll let you know if I have any others. Madness also. Madness with Snecko Eye. Does not stay 0 cost when redrawn. Sure, I think if you, Chronometrics, type in this number to your browser, you should be directed straight to them. Oh my. These are some cards. Do we want a second creative AI? This one's upgraded for free. So it costs 2? Yeah, this is an amplify. Actually, this is not an amplify deck because we have a Echo form. But it might be an amplify plus deck. Most of the things that amplify does are what Echo form already does, and if you have both Echo form and amplify, you can't play the power 3 times unless you have multiple copies. Yeah, and and the Echo form is bottled also. I think I'm okay with another creative AI. The deck has the front load down already. Let's do some more scaling. Snecko Pyramid. So my options are, at the end of my turn, no longer discard my hand, or transform upgrade 3 cards, which would be like Strike FTL, or gain a 4th energy.
Commander, we've just received the support of another council
but all our
member.
opponents start with 1 Strunk. Indigo for Strary! Or for... That was almost correct, I think. Apologies for butchering the name. Welcome to the council. Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy the community, your new emotes, and your newfound smug sense of superiority. Thanks for supporting the stream. Names are hard. This is why I don't bother remembering anybody's name. It's like a fresh new batch of faces in chat every day. With our random cost stuff, I think we do want a Philosopher's Stone. Just having 1 extra energy frequently means a lot more block. You found our Mollified Hand. Can I please have that, Magnan? Yeah, I think we're happy taking this. Astrolabe is of mixed quality. Just a 4th energy with the Snecko Eye smooths out the experience so much. Way less frequent that you have a hand where you can't play more than 1 card. This deck kind of likes going to a store. What does our act want to look like? Probably it means fighting, like 3 elites. Actually sounds really good right about now. We don't have a lot of high-value upgrades in the deck right now. All the important stuff is already upgraded. We're upgrading, like, Defend and Ball Lightning as our upgrades, so I think we should get power in the form of relics wherever we can. How's Fernand? He's doing, Fernard. Forgot my own pet. I forgot my own plant's name. He's doing great. Hanging out in the sun, getting a lovely tan while I'm here inside playing video games all day. Apparently what I've decided to do with my life. Good decision. Yeah, this deck is silly. Silly like a fox. Also scared like a fox. Please allow me to play the damage cards in the deck. Thanks. We're actually quite dependent on the strikes at the moment. That's why I didn't want to remove them with Astrolabe, or part of the reason I didn't want to. This deck really wants a Sunder. Or a Capacitor Plus, I'll take that. Gain 3 orb slots, hell yeah. Alright, Sunder. Dang it. Loop is also pretty good. It's another way for us to scale these orbs really hard. And again, it comes upgraded because, obviously. The relic on the right is the Runic Capacitor. Start each combat with 3 extra orb slots. So start combat by playing a Capacitor Plus. Could you imagine if Data Disc gave you 2 focus? That's what this relic feels like. This is 2 focus from a relic. It's a disgustingly good thing. With a Capacitor Plus in an Echo form, though, we don't need this. It's true, Hologram is a very good upgrade target. It's a very good card in this deck. Any Echo deck likes a Hologram. I'm actually worried about our damage output, though. I want to go to the next store and buy either a Doom and Gloom or a Sunder. But I will take a loop. Beautiful shell. So in fights that don't require front-loader damage, like this one, just putts around for a little while. Double self-repair. Get all this health back. This deck really wants Calipers. So badly. Storm Plus. When we play a power card, channel a lightning. I mean, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of front-loaded damage, actually. It just makes us kind of scared against Awakened One, but I think we're okay against Awakened One. Let's take that. And that. Okay, now this way. Defect powers dot deck. Like to double genetic, might not get the chance. Okay, good. Attacking Writhing Mass when it's already doing something that you can block is generally a poor strategy. Try to avoid doing that. before I just lose the ability to. Yeah, found her damage. Storm goes a long way. Got him. Hey, a hologram. Cool. This is a smooth deck. Oh my gosh. Nice opening hand. Yeah, that's what I read on the subreddit as well, Magnan. Looks like there was a bug on the Switch version. Oh, by the way, actually, PSA, until they fix this. If you own the Switch
Commander, we've just received the support of another council member.
If you own the Switch version of Slay the Spire, there's a bug currently where if you... where the game can crash while you're playing in docked mode, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong about this. If you're playing in docked mode, there's a crash that can occur that will prevent Slay the Spire from ever booting up again until they fix it, or until you wipe your save data. No matter which mode you're in. If you're playing in mobile mode, or whatever it's called, handheld mode, this bug cannot occur. So the safe choice right now, if you have Slay the Spire on Switch, is play it only in handheld mode until this gets patched, which will probably happen, like, later today or something. They're working as hard as they can on it. Yeah, it's a pretty brutal bug. It's unfortunate that it seems like they've had a tough launch with Switch. Dakrams, by the way, thank you so much for that Tier 1 sub. Welcome to the esteemed ranks of the Council. I so appreciate that support. Welcome aboard, enjoy your new emotes, community, and your newfound smug sense. Superiority. Thanks for being here. Show some waffle love in chat for that emote, or for that sub. Yeah, it's an ugly situation all around. All I can say is that this is an awesome game, so I hope that any crashing issues get resolved as quickly as possible.
Commander, regrettably, our briefs have recently been contaminated with alien cum. Obviously, we are extremely impressed.
Darkrums! I think I said your name wrong the first time. Darkrums! Hitting it on up with 5 additional subs to the community. Welcome to the Council! Didi Tabuo, Tarciso Jr., Nature's Son, CISO6, and Grenov. My goodness, what a wonderful show of generosity. Thank you so much for those 5 gift subs. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. It's always interesting. Seeing somebody who's participated, like, hung around the channel for a long time, and suddenly feels inspired to give in some way. So thank you so much. Yeah, 10 is the maximum
Excellent
orb
work,
slots we can
Commander.
have.
This council is pleased to see our continued support of this project has been worthwhile.
Darkrams is on a rampage! Moving to Mars! Welcome to the Council! Enjoy your new emotes, the community, and your newfound smug sense of superiority. I don't know what I've done to deserve this awesome show of generosity today, but thank you so much, Dark. Hey, Ash Horrigan, what's the plan for Hearts? Our plan is to scale so hard that I don't think it'll matter. At least that's my hope. I'm hoping that against the heart, we can just get enough focus, enough quickly enough, that it'll all go really, really well. And if you doubt my ability to outscale, well, behold what's happening on screen. Kunai. Alright, if we play 3 attacks, we gain Dex. And I could use another block card. Another good block card in Elite Plus. I could also use a turnip, quite honestly. But I don't currently have a turnip. Oh, thank you, Dark. Glad you've been enjoying lurking on up in the community. Lurkers are the heart and soul of any Twitch community, I think. So even if they never say anything, that they're here watching is a huge deal. I forgot to play Algorithm in that last fight. Oops. Whoops. Would turn up my nose at that relic. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Behold the blocking. That's right. That's right. Anybody who participates in chat is giving up their role in the stream. No, that's obviously pretty nonsensical. Those who chat are, of course, super, super important too. Like you're the people that are directly influencing me as I go on my adventures throughout the Spire. Do I think a card like Storm but with Frost Orbs would be OP? I think it would be very powerful. Yeah, very much so. There's a relic kind of like that in... what's it called? In the mod Replay the Spire. Which adds a whole bunch of relics to Slay the Spire. There's a relic that... There's a relic that gives you block every time you play a power card. Yeah. Got him. Gremlin Horn's nice. We don't need another capacitor, but we do need another hologram. If you have Snecko Eye, just take every hologram you see. It's like Silent and Cursing Whale. Pretty much. I took Ornamental Fan for this? No! Fair enough. Our rightmost orb triggers its passive at 1 extra time. It's a very, very good relic, the gold-plated cables, but this is the last chance to get the Sapphire Keys, so... Ripperoni in pepperoni. For what it's worth, I think we're okay. Either way. But it is painful knowing what might have been. That's right, Gremlin Horn. I forgot about Gremlin Horn. Gremlin Horn's very nice here. When an enemy dies, gain an energy, draw a card. Reptomancer is constantly summoning. Terrifying amount of minions. Holograms. Chill will generate 4 Frost Orbs, and I can do that twice if I want to here. Yeah, I don't know what the chance of getting a chest of this question mark is exactly, but it's certainly too low to gamble on. Certainly too low. So the current goal is don't die. With the secondary goal of ouch my face. Thinking about maybe using the power potion here. And like hoping I get an electrodynamics or something. That doesn't help me at all. None of these do anything this turn. Damn. Okay. I think I will take the storm. And double it. Not what I wanted to do, but this is now the world we live in. I'll take it, damn it. I'm sure I could have had a better turn. Screwed that up in a couple of ways. Which I'm going to try to stop doing now. Show me double self-repair. Not yet. Really? Alright, well, single self-repair we'll have to do then. Rude. Bag of Marbles. Start a combat, apply 1 vuln to all targets. Electrodynamics Plus is quite a power, isn't it? Question is, do I actually want this? And the answer is yes, because of the elites for this part of the Spire. There's actually not that many like, the big fight we wanted Electrodynamics for in Act 3, we just beat. It's a Reptomancer. We want to consider what fights with multiple enemies remain. And the answer is Donu and Deka and the elites before the heart. And I think we're weak enough against the elites before the heart that we do want that, but there's not too many that we really care about. I'm just gonna play that on turn 1. Got big dreams for this hand. I think killing Transient might have required that we get a turn 1 Storm down. Unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, as it stands, we're actually quite struggling here to block. Maybe it was better to play Storm than it was to play Echo Form. Wouldn't have guessed that. Ow. Oh, still another turn? God, I thought we were done. Get out of here. Yeah, I think we could have quite easily killed Transient if we'd drawn better. But that's okay. We don't need another Static Discharge. We have plenty. I will take a power buff, though. Our damage against the heart is going to be fine.
Raiding party!
Raiding party! Jennifer's distraction! And Raiders, welcome on in. You've come just in time to see things get very dumb in this Snecko.defect deck. Yeah, you're doing some speedruns for the Chrono League? Got any decent times? Speedrunning is like, when I first tried speedrunning, I realized it was much harder than I thought it was going to be. Genetic or Echo Form is the question. I think the answer is actually Genetic Algorithm. This card says 64 block, and we'd love 2 of them. I have zero issue doing 800 damage to the heart. I might have an issue blocking, so let's seal off any issues I might have by adding an algorithm in. A duplicated algorithm in. Nice hands. How much easier would the game be if it offered the boss card reward after the boss relic? Interestingly, it would be easier in some ways, but harder in other ways. I think it would more frequently be easier, but there are situations where the card first is actually the order you want. Like defect decks that don't take a Snecko Eye because they don't have an Echo Form. I'm not sure this defect deck would have taken the Snecko Eye if we hadn't already had the Echo Form in hand. Yeah, the ideal would be look at them both at the same time, but 'tis but a fantasy. Alright, I'd still like to go back to full health here. Duplicate our genetic. Not exactly sure how much block genetic algorithm needs to be, but it's a lot before I'm comfortable with it. Or I could fail to draw it. Apparently. That is also an option. Okay, play it once at least. I guess? Nothing good to upgrade here. Okay. I would like to find some block. Thank you very much. Hey, we found some block. Oh my god, this turn 1. Echo Form, Glacier. Defragment, Loop, Creative AI, chill. GG! So even though we're giving Time Eater strength here, we're going to effortlessly outscale it in a myriad of ways. Am I caring about doubling these algorithms in this fight? I don't think I care enough. It's optimal to double cast them. I'm too lazy at this point. I only get one card this turn. This one. Okay, I'm not playing that one. No, thank you. Just double... You know what? I just double biased, right? And we go out of control from here? Yeah. Left to duplicate. Got him. Time Eater, more like time got beat. Oh god. Alright. We're fighting the Awakened One, and the Awakened One has 3 strength already, courtesy of Philosopher's Stone. So this does need to be a little bit careful in terms how we do this. Worst case scenario, I do have 64 hit points to play with. We haven't used them all in Act 3. But I think we're going to be alright. I just need to be careful about what powers I play and how. Just need to make sure I kill these birds quickly. This needs to get doubled, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so we're definitely double casting the dual cast, or the defragment, excuse me. I think I have to use the electrodynamics to get these birds out of the way. We have a hologram that can fetch. Glacier, nice. Convenient. Though I'd like Glacier anyway. Yeah. We're already full blocking, so I don't have to play that. Okay. So this is, yeah, a lot of damage. A little bit scary. one might say. But I do have an algorithm coming up. There it is. Hologram fetches compile driver. And I get a kunai proc. There, we're still not quite safe. How many turns is this? So far we are on turn 6. Not very far in yet. Let's see, that's 100 damage. I'm blocking for 90. Almost at full block passively. Almost. Play creative AI here. Because that's how strong I think we are right now. How many buffers quite yet? Cute, but no. Am I taking damage? I am. No! Oops. Just a double chill there. Guess I'll have to self-prepare it back. Just double this because I can. Yeah, loop is super worth. I just need to draw it on a turn that's not the spooky turn. That one. Like, I can't play this loop right now. Much as I want to. There we go. Now we should be passively blocking, at least I'm hoping we do. And now we can start playing Storm. Oh, I can find it. Storm, hello? Come on. Don't be like that. 45 strength on the Awakened one. Because the multi-attack is now over 200 damage. Terrifying. Definitely terrifying. Exact calculated block, by the way. Sure. $93. Okay. Okay, sure. Got him. GG. This is a fun deck. I like this deck. Two thump, two thump. Deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the Heart of the Spire? Is this the fourth and final act? Frap, frap. Deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Are any of these upgrades better than 1 hit point? I don't actually think they are. What song would I sing in front of a crowd if my life depended on being able to impress the audience? Happy Birthday. It's the one I definitely know the lyrics to. I'm gonna just rest for 1 health. Okay. I have to sing it like Batman, then definitely Happy Birthday. But are we talking Christian Bale Batman? Or like... Adam West Batman? What kind of Batman? So anyway, here's Wonderwall. I think I want a focus potion and a card removal on self-repair? Question mark? No, just FTL is probably better than self-repair. Because self-repair actually triggers Storm, right? Yeah. Get rid of the power pot. Focus potion's better. FTL, come leave me. Let's go. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Ain't the tarp's shul in the shed. Where's my mummified hand? What'd you do with it? Where's my mummified hand? Thinking I Echo Form Static Capacitor here. We got a bunch of Lightning Orbs out. Didn't find any Frost. I get 2 Lightning Orbs from taking 4 damage. Electro's in the... Oh god, we are so screwed. The genetic algorithm saves me next turn. Nope. Okay. Ow. Damn, that was a bad draw. That was a really bad draw. First couple turns. Unaffordable Electro, Storm, Genetic showing up on the wrong turn. No Hologram this turn, no Glacier this turn, no Genetic this turn. Oof. I'll lose most of my health here. Fortunately, we do have Meat on the Bone and a Self-Repair Plus. Oh, and Static Discharge is actually saving a ton of health here. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we're not dead yet. Not even close to dead yet, in fact. Glorious. This was turn around, wasn't I? Yeah, it was. It's okay. Turning around is for nerds, apparently. All I have to do is remember to double the self-repair as soon as I see it. And everything will be okay. Twitch chat's a sort of interesting hive intelligence. No one in Twitch chat knows everything, but collectively, Twitch chat knows everything. About anything. Just ask them and they'll tell you. Here we go. Sure glad I didn't remove that self-repair. 63 health going into the heart fight. And a sundial. And another defrag plus. Okay, let's do this. Sundial says every 3 times we shuffle the draw pile, gain 2 energy. I don't think we're going to make it to the 3rd shuffle, quite frankly, but who knows? Who knows? I still want to put that in play. It's a tough turn 1, no? It's a tough turn 1. Okay, I'm going to play the Ancient Potion now to block the Vulnerable from the Heart. Put down our Echo Form, put down our Static Discharge, put down our Self-Repair. Get all those out of the deck. Heart has the Beat of Death ability. Every time we play a card, we take 2 damage, and the Invincible buff, which means it can only take 200 damage per turn. It's a little bit scary here. Oh yeah, that's right, we have a Philosopher's Stone. Well, that's fine. Because we drew a genetic algorithm. And things are costed such that I can get Storm into play here, which I would really like to do. Fine. Yeah, no one ever died to the heart with a Philosopher's Stone. It's a true fact. It's never happened before. No one has ever gotten obliterated by the heart on turn 3 with a Philosopher's Stone in play. Yeah, I think we have to echo this capacitor, get our orb slots opened. It means taking a ton of damage from the heart this turn. We also want to put creative in play. Going really low on health. Should be okay. Hopefully. Hopefully, maybe. But maybe not. Ooh, all these powers in the same turn? That's really bad. Could be dead here. Depending on what I draw next turn. If I play too many powers, I don't have any frost next turn. This is gonna have to be double defragment buffer, I'm pretty sure. And then if this is a multi-attack next turn, we're in trouble. Good, okay. How much do I trust the timing of, Just to confirm, before I do this, if I play Defragment, Storm will evoke that Frost Orb before I take Beat of Death damage, right? So I can double up on the Defragment here. For science. Science where if you're wrong, you die. That's great science. This is like a reasonably safe play. I can double single defrag. It's not like our life depends on it or anything. Okay, the answer is yes. Watch the Beat of Death here. I can play this Compile River. I should not have played the Compile Driver.
Commander, we've just received the support of another council member.
Hi, Contrast ICS. Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the council. Enjoy your new emotes, the community, and your newfound smug sense of superiority. Thanks for joining the team. Welcome aboard. 5 times 15 is a large number. No one, as far as I can tell, is capable of counting this high. So we should assume that this is an infinite amount of damage. Fortunately, Glacier says block an infinite amount of damage. I'm pretty sure. Then hologram it and do it again. Sounds pretty great. Sounds pretty excellent. Order, by the way. 60 million, that's enough. It's probably like 25, yeah. It's completely correct. Okay, this is the last turn where Beat of Death is at 2. I'm gonna take 4 damage to get another Echo Form in play. Yeah, this deck can block a lot. When I said I was gonna outscale the heart, I wasn't kidding. We were just gonna scale up and block way harder than what the heart can do. This was a slow start too. Like, this was, I think, below average as far as our starting goes. But we still got there. If I could pick between Mummified Hand and Calipers for this deck, I would... Ooh, that's a great question, actually. You know, I think I would take the Calipers. I would take the Calipers. Or, sorry, the Mummified Hand, excuse me. I was thinking of the Mummy Hand, and then I said Calipers. I would like the Calipers. I said it backward again. I would like the free energy, please. The Mummified Hand. God. Hey, we procced Sundial. I didn't think it would happen, but here's the day. They grew up so fast. GG. Heat on the Bone, definitely the savior of this run. Did a lot of work for us. Went down to 11 health in that fight. If it hadn't procced for 12, we would have died. GG. Yeah, that was a ludicrously strong deck as soon as we picked up the Snecko Eye. Pretty happy with that one. Especially as a first run of the day, and especially as our third win in a row against the Ascension 20 Heart here. It's a full rainbow. 1, 2, 3. And that also makes us 4 out of 6 on the new save file. Hey, Diamodius. Glad you're here. So it was what, Snecko Eye, Runic Pyramid, Snecko Eye. I guess I can't take that much credit for winning 3 times in a row, can I? But I did lose to the Runic Pyramid. Hey, this didn't have either of those. Alright. Oh yeah, what was that, that 3,500 point run? This Ironclad deck was very nuts. Was very, very nuts. Snecko Eye, Gambling Chip. Had a dual wield, 2 Feel No Pains. Started with the Mark of Pain. Fascinating. I think it was the early Mummified Hand that really set things off. We ended up with Barricade, Impervious, Limit Break, Offering, like everything that Ironclad does, this deck did. Every single thing. Alright, before we jump into a silent run, I'm going to take a real quick break, refill my water, use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I'll see you all in 1 hot minute for some... Wait, Ironclad, excuse me. For some Ironclad action. That's how rotation works. Alrighty, I am back. Thanks for that moment of patience there. Smail asking about tips for choosing a path in Act 2 as the defect. Generally speaking, my Act 2 pathing is by and large determined by the ability of the deck to beat elites. So I evaluate, and generally speaking, when I'm considering elites, I'm mostly considering triple slavers, as I find them by far to be the most dangerous. So the litmus test there is, can the deck do AoE damage, or can it do a lot of single target damage by turn 1 or 2? So does your defect deck have Doom and Gloom? Does it have Sunder? Does it have Electrodynamics? Does it have like 3 copies of Sweeping Beam Plus, which also works just fine? Does it have enough copies of Ball Lightning or Compile Driver or whatever damage source, even just a Fire Potion, an Explosive Potion or something? Does it have enough to punch through 50 hit points on the Red Slaver quickly? If you're dependent on like Dark Orbs or you're doing slow frost things, then elites are probably something to avoid. And you want to go for more for fires and events. And often I've found this meaning that my Act 1 card selection is dependent on what can get me past those elites. Like, you saw me pick up a Beam Cell in Act 1 last run, and that was partially because having a couple strikes, with a couple upgraded strikes in a Beam Cell is really good at killing the Red Slaver really quickly. When was the last time we ran a Storm deck? I have never played a Storm deck. Not in my life. I have a really hard time saying no to rare relic starts in Ironclad. And there's the chance that we just get a dead branch, right? Storm as your front-loaded for hallways can be good. The only issue that I have with Lightning Orb front-loaded damage is the lack of targeting makes fights like Triple Cultists potentially really dangerous, or Triple Slavers potentially really dangerous. If you've got an Electrodynamics, then everything goes out the window and you can just crush everything. But if you don't, it's a little bit trickier. Unless your opening hand is like Storm, Biased Cog, and then you just kill everything anyway. That also works. Turn 1 averaging 80 damage. Yeah. If you're doing that much damage, then it doesn't really matter where it's pointed. You're just killing stuff. Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible. That is what I call a top-tier relic. It's an Ascension 20 run-winning relic. Doesn't mean we win the run, but it means that we have a much higher chance of doing so. Our boss is the Guardian. Not too much of a concern. So my now priority is to pick a path that hits, like, enough elites and fires that I'm reasonably happy with the amount of improvement I've squeezed into the deck. And I see a path that hits 2 elites and 3 fires that I'll be totally content with. I'm also just going to intentionally take 6 damage. We have the Burning Blood healing us 6, so this damage will be erased if I take it. Steroid Potion's very good. Oh my. Floor 1 Battle Trance means take the Floor 1 Battle Trance, I assume. One of Ironclad's best card draw. In fact, one of the best card draw cards in any class. 0 cost, draw 3, 4 if upgraded. It has a downside, but especially in Ironclad, a lot of the time this downside does nothing. Use 7 health to get a strike out of the deck? Don't mind if I do. I'm a lot more comfortable doing this than normal because of this Steroid Potion. Is there a strange world where I take the Panacea here? Because I have a Steroid Potion. And then, like, look to pick up a Flex later. What do I think of Brimstone? Brimstone's one of my favorite relics on Ironclad Mick. For those wondering what this thing is here, Brimstone says, at the start of your turn, gain 2 strength, and all enemies gain 1 strength. Which is, if you're going for a heart run, a very scary prospect to be giving the Heart of the Spire strength every single turn. But it is absolutely amazing at giving Ironclad so much damage. If you're not going for a heart run, I would suggest you slam pick this every single time you see it. If you are going for a heart run, it's not the worst thing in the world. It is possible to win. Even against the Ascension 20 heart, taking a Brimstone, but you have to have, like, a really good block engine, or multiple copies of Disarm, or something, to slow the heart down. I'm gonna try Panacea here. Gain 1 artifact and exhaust. This is not usually a card I think about. Early on Iron... Wait, I have a Battle Trance. I should not have done that. This Battle Trance will eat the artifact. So all the things I'm thinking about don't apply. Alright, well, that's probably a mistake then. But we'll see! Yeah, if I Battle Trance into it, it's fine. And it will, at worst, let me get value out of this Steroid Potion at some point. Which is why I bought it. Okay, I'm going into an Elite fight next, so... I would like to set up the Incense Burner for that Elite fight. Incense Burner on... turn 3. For Gremlin Knob. I don't care about sentries. 3 is also good for Lagavulin. So I want to kill on 3, so we go in at 4. Okay, so I want to kill 2 turns from now. Gain 2 strength. Brilliant. Ooh. Gain 2 upgraded strength. Yeah, I think we're happy to upgrade Inflame and Bash before this Elite to give us much higher odds of being able to actually win here. Alright, Triple Sentries is not the Elite I wanted, actually, but it is definitely an Elite that we're okay against here. Two Storms, 2 Heat Sinks, Bullseye, a couple Defrags, bunch of Cool Headeds, 3 Leaps, and a Turbo. Oh my. That sounds like a wild ride, Chrono. Let's get this out of here. I'm gonna keep this potion for another day. So that is the current intent. I think this is gonna draw Dazed. Good. Most part it did. Thanks for dropping by, Minnie. It was great having you. Sure, I'll see you in Teek's chat at some point. That is a really terrible draw. Wow. Did not want to draw 5 playable cards this turn. I actually need to take 5 here. Should have taken the full 10. Yeah, I was pretty determined to hold on to this potion. It's a very valuable resource. A Steroid Potion on Ironclad, especially when we have a Panacea in the deck. So I figured it was worth keeping around. Gotta be kidding me. Ugh. Alright, Kunai says, when we play 3 attacks in a single turn, we gain a dex. That is pretty exciting. Could take a heavy blade to go with our limited strength. Could take a second wind. Give us a way to block reasonably well with battle trance. Mostly I was hoping for like a sword boomerang or a twin strike. Not a heavy blade. I think I will take a second wind. There's a lot of things that second wind's good for. Especially when you have a lot of card draw. Okay, and our health suddenly all came back. We got a heal from Cleric there, and then the Blood Vial says start of each combat heal too. I would like to go this way to get the Elite and 2 fires, so... Even though I don't have enough money to do anything... Ooh, actually, Anger. Anger with Kunai. Brilliant. Anger says deal 6, add a copy of this card into your discard pile. We have Strength, we have Card Draw, we have a Kunai. These are all things that make Anger way better. Hopefully we are doing some strong things with Anger shortly. We still need to figure out how to block in this deck. Yeah, I can full block by doing Defend, Defend, Strike, Anger. Is there anything better I can do? No? No. Got a Kunai proc and then block for 6. We're still taking damage that way, though. Don't see a reason to take any damage. Okay, so I can stall for the Incense Burner here. Do I want to? Maybe? How to get Panacea? I actually bought it for 99 gold. Well, because I have a Steroid Potion, and it can make that permanent. And I'm hoping that was good enough reasoning. But it might not be. Full disclosure. To have taken it. Oh my god, Strength. Yes, more Strength. Okay, so because we found so many sources of strength gain, we can actually just, like, do a lot of damage with Strike. We're definitely at the point where we're begging the game to give me a Sword Boomerang. Is now the time to take a Heavy Blade? Yeah, I would actually really like a Flex at the moment, Ebu. Flex would be very good with a Panacea. I'm thinking either Cleave or Heavy Blade. We don't have any AoE currently, which is a little bit of a problem. Do I know if or when I'm planning on playing some more SteamWorld Quest? I don't know when, but yes, I am planning on playing more. Best guess at the moment would be the latter half of the streams sometime next week. Haven't decided either whether I'm playing... I set up the Incense Burner by accident. Haven't decided yet whether I'm playing Slay the Spire all day today or not. We shall see. Really don't like Heavy Blade's 2 cost. Nonsense. More problematically, I don't like that Heavy Blade doesn't do anything until we have Strength, but man, do we have great potions. Let's take it. Oh, I'm intangible next turn, so yeah, let's just definitely wake him up right now. Almost forgot about the instance burner here. Can I explain why I take second wind? Sever Soul, don't ever take Sever Soul. Basically, it's not great. Second wind is good in decks that have a lot of card draw for the most part, because it allows you to either clear your hand of junk or to block for a lot in a time of need. And so I think with a Battle Trance, we'll often enough end up having second wind and like 6 other cards, so that we can block for like 10 or 20 off of a single card, and then like play Bash or Heavy Blade alongside. I'm fighting Guardian, so I need a little bit more block. I'm gonna grab Shrug It Off, almost skip the Pantograph by accident, and then upgrade our Heavy Blade, since I have so much Strunk anyway. See, if I do... we have to do 40 damage by turn 2 to prevent Guardian from bonking me real hard. To be 28. So we'd have 12 left, it's 9 block. I have to do 21 damage next turn with Vulnerable. It's really easy to do. Well, no, I have to draw Heavy Blade, actually. Or Inflame Strike. So it's not very easy to do. But I have full health, so I don't think I care. Keep the potions, then. Use both potions and take a Suzu. This man spires. Okay, we got Flame. Actually, no, we want to spawn Weakness Heavy Blade, so we keep the stuff. Bonk. So, like, this is, for example, a great example. This is a great example of where Second Wind is useful. We could either play 3 defends, or we can just kind of, like, accelerate the momentum of the fight by getting rid of the defends, blocking with Second Wind, and playing a bunch of attacks here. Do not want you to transform right now. Why. It's part of why. Boop. Well now. I like these options. Just had a great meatball. Delicious. I love meatballs. Especially if they're in like a heaping plate of spaghetti that's just drenched in cheese. It's so good. Now I'm hungry. Which I guess means I take the feed. Legend guarantees a Snecko Eye. This is a pretty low tier on as far as ironclad Snecko decks go. What does this deck want? Like not even a choker. It wants Coffee Dripper? Question mark? I think I take feed here. There's definitely a good argument for Impervious as a card that lets us block really well in Act 2 while we're building our strength up. Pandora's box. Yeah. I would take a Pandora's box. Or a fusion hammer. Gain energy at the start of our turn. We can no longer smith at rest sites. Means a lot of healing for us. Means we'll be fighting elites. But I like it better than the Eternal Feather for every 5 cards in the deck, heal 3 when we enter a rest site, or Tiny House, which gives us stuff. Sure, there's upgrades we could appreciate, but nothing here is desperately in need of it. Ironclad in general functions pretty okay without upgraded cards. From here, we just start removing strikes. The extra energy is going to let us proc this Kunai way more often. Going to let us play Heavy Blade way more often. It's going to help us guarantee that feed lands way more often. Promising. With these potions, we can be pretty aggressive about the elites in Act 2, and we want to be because we have a fusion hammer. So my option at campsites is resting anyway. So I think to that end, I'm going to head to at least one store. We have a ton of money. Well, a reasonable ton of money. This could be a bites deck, actually. Maybe I want to hit, like, a lot of events. But for bites? A fusion hammer? Apparitions would also be pretty good. Although we have to kill things in like 4 turns if I take apparitions. Stores are good, but I'm giving up 2 events to go to a store. I'm actually giving up more than that. I'm giving up a ton of events to go to a store. That is a ton of events. What does this deck do with apparitions? Can't upgrade them. That's true, an event's likely to be a store. That's a really good point. Don't have to overthink it then. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that. Feeding is gonna be very important for this deck to do as much as possible. Also, ow. 6. Yeah, thanks, Second Wind. What a great card. Whirlwind. Deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. That is the AoE we needed. We have plenty of strength. This lets us proc the Kunai pretty consistently. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage on its own, but once we have a little bit of Strong under the belt, we'll be totally good. Speaking of Strong, here's some options for getting stronger. Could take another Inflame. I could take another Battle Trance. I'm no longer interested in the Flex now that I can't upgrade cards. Otherwise I would upgrade Flex and upgrade... Maybe I take an Armaments. Flex is just like, at its best, a 0-cost Inflame. So, no? No, thank you. Armaments is tempting. Sometimes that'll give me an upgraded feed. Yeah, I also dreamed of the world where Flex was useful, Chrono. Unfortunately, it was in the version of this deck that gets a different energy relic. Shrug it off is totally fine. We do need a little bit better block. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Definitely okay gaining max health. Definitely okay gaining gold. I'm not going to take a Sack Dagger when I have a feed in the deck. And I think now that we're lowish on health, I'm going to go Strike for the Burning Elite here. Hopefully with Incense Burner on 4. Get 2 events. Ah. Interested in advancing science? So the Augmenter gives us the 3 options. Test the Jacks to gain a card that is 0 cost, lose 3 health, gain 2 strength. Actually really good in this deck. Transform 2 cards would let me turn 2 strikes into 2 things that are maybe not strikes, which would be excellent. Or get the Mutagenic Strength, which gives us 3 strength on turn 1, which is also very good. And sometimes when I get Panacea on turn 1, this will be 3 strength for the entire fight. I think that's a good enough reason to take the Relic here. End of our first turn, lose 3 struck. Okay, no combat. Good. There's the merchant we were promised. And potentially an orange pallets. If we play a power attack and skill in the same turn, remove all of our debuffs. Is pretty interesting. So is removing a card is also pretty interesting here. Just taking a strike out of the deck is fine. Orange pellets will sometimes let us get a free permanent mutagenic strength on turn 1, and can also remove like other. I like this. Let's take it. It's enough reason, I think, to want that. Got any of them powers? This is also what Second Wind is for. We have it in Flame. Well, we only have in Flame, I guess. Alright, well that's not that unfair feeling then. Regenerating Book of Stemming. I want to draw into that heavy blade. Oh well. It's fine to take this much damage. We're just gonna draw heavy blade and kill right now. So we're gonna draw feed and kill right now. Bagger Prep. Start a combat, draw 2 extra cards. Now we're talking. Now we might actually draw the Inflame. I'll take any power. No? How about Clothesline? I will take Clothesline. Deck could use some Weaken right about now. And it could also definitely use Sapphire Key, because I don't think we want, don't think we care too much for gaining max health when we gain curses. Yeah, Panacea works with the strength down effect, either when it is first applied, or when it triggers at the end of your turn. Okay, not triple slavers. I feel very happy about that. Could gain an eye proc here, or I could dig with the Gambler's Brew and try to get the... Nah. Go like that. Oh god. Well, this is why I added the clothesline. It's for moments like this one. Just draw that whirlwind again. Hey! take it. Damn it, Heavy Blade. Do 1 damage too many. Peace Pipe. Oh hey! We can now remove cards from the deck at rest sites, which means the Fusion Hammer is no longer too much of a downside. A second Battle Trance is definitely merited. We could really use some extra card draw. And because of both the Orange Pellets and the Panacea, we will sometimes be able to use both of the Battle Trances on the same turn and draw with both of them, which is very exciting. Very exciting indeed. If I draw into feed, I just get a kill. I'm choosing to maximize my odds of feeding here. And I will take 3 damage to do so. Okay, this Gambler's Brew is basically a fruit juice. It's worth it. Blocking would have meant adding another Dazed on top of the deck, Chrono, which would have reduced my chances of being able to feed without having to use the potion. Unfortunately, it turned out that I should have just blocked, because I needed to use the potion anyway. But I wanted to keep that potion, dang it. I think we're still excited about events. Do I still want apparitions? I still want apparitions. Bit of a rough turn one there. Wait, what? No, that was the 12 damage vulnerable hit, Chrono. Chosen is guaranteed to follow that up with an attack. 100% chance. No worries, even a perfectly functional clock is wrong twice a day, as they say. Definitely what they say, right? I've had like 3 bludgeons for this Snecko deck. God damn it. Man, for the spreadsheet should just be spreadsheet. There you go. Exactly what you'd expect. This deck would be really happy with a Pummel Strike Plus, but not a regular one. Nah. Not a regular one. Okay, at this point, we're just going to start toking strike cards and feeling pretty good about life. Stop. Already have my blue key, so I could trade if I want. I don't feel great about being weak on turn 1. No. I'll take 50 gold, though. Okay, I didn't bother lining up my instance burner for the automaton because I'm bad at this video game. I do have a pantograph though, so I can just toke again. Cool. Hey, look. Power. Attack. Skill. Keep the strength down. Actually, this isn't that bad in terms of lining up the instance burner anyway. We're stealing my uncommon cards. Doesn't really matter which one. Using second wind there to thin the deck a little bit so that I can draw just the good stuff going forward here. Stealing my feed. Could keep that for now. Actually, totally okay with you having that. Angry deck. Okay, we're intangible for the next hit, so I actually have 4 turns to get a kill here. This is not as bad as it looks. Could have kept the feed, actually. Now that I think about it. Blorp. Why, hello there! Cards? Our card's exhausted, draw a card. Don't do that much exhausting. Offering it gains us 2 energy and draws 3 cards, which is excellent. And Immolate does a damage. Yeah, power for the pellets! Easy Dark Embrace. I'm pretty okay with just an offering here. Got plenty of high-cost stuff we want to play, and we want to draw more cards. We have plenty of sustain between Blood Vial, Burning Blood, Pantograph, and a Fusion Hammer. Coffee Dripper? All 3 of these give us an energy at the start of our turn. The Philosopher's Stone starts enemies with extra strength. The Sozu prevents us from gaining extra potions, and the Coffee Dripper prevents us from resting, which means we'll be forced to toke a card at every fire, which is fine. We have plenty of things I'm okay toking, but it's pretty funny. I'm scared of giving this heart +1 strength. I don't think these are very good potions for fighting the heart. I'm gonna take a Coffee Dripper. We're gonna go Coffee Dripper plus Fusion Hammer. Is it possible to do Philosopher's Stone, Brimstone, and beat the heart? I have done that on Ascension 15 with a Searing Blow deck. Abu. I don't think I've done it on A20 yet. But I have done that. It was glorious. So this deck just loves Mind Bloom because we want to fight a boss. Great. Could fight 3 elites. Or we could get more removals. So I guess what is this deck value between elites and removals? Elites theoretically give us more health. Significant. Hey, is this love? Hello, hello. Runs are going great, Hippopole Guy. We are currently on a 3-0 streak against the Ascension 20 Heart, looking to make it 4-0 with this chunky 5 energy Ironclad. It's looking promising. Alright, looking for Mind Flame. Those events are just too good. Heavy Blade Feed just kills, right? Yep. Warcry Plus. Draw 2, put a card from your hand on top of the deck. Warcry unupgraded is a card you probably want to be ignoring most of the time, but when it's upgraded, it becomes a lot better. It draws enough cards to make up for itself, and lets you manipulate the hand a little bit. Pretty content with that. Duplicate a card in my deck. Inflame Plus would be great to duplicate, I think. It gives me more powers to trigger these orange pellets with. Gives us more strength gain. I don't see a whole lot else that's particularly exciting. How does this deck block, actually? Incense Burner, I guess, is the current answer. Remember to, we are fighting Awakened 1. Okay, Chemex is interesting. We only have one copy of Whirlwind, but Chemical X would make the Whirlwind trigger 2 more times. This deck, can't upgrade Trigger though. Damn it. Can't upgrade Trigger. Maybe it's Strawberry. Just gain 7 max health here. This is definitely a deck that values maximum health. Set it to 4! Mayhem is our block mechanic. Oh, I like that. There's not too many ways that Mayhem would go badly here. Just a free card played every turn. Might sometimes whack Feed. Occasionally. I'm also down to remove a card and replace it with a Cleave. Just turn a strike into a Cleave. We're actually getting down to the point where we want more attacks in the deck because we've removed so many. Mayhem is a power, so is Metallicize. Fighting Awakened 1. Sure, I'm better against Reptomancer. Cleave there. Maybe I want an Armaments. Badly enough at this point, but it's good. We're like doing dexterity things. Like that. Okay. That's really bad. Oh god, that's terrible, actually. I think I'm gonna use an attack potion right now. Just so that I can gain the strength from the mutagenic strength for the rest of this fight. Holy crap, that's atrocious. Okay. Thanks to 6 strength, Bash Anger does kill you. Alright, not too bad. I'll be doing another event next, so depending on whether my instance burner gets lined up or not, will affect how I play this. Okay. I whirlwind for 3, that'll be 42. I'm gonna go strike. Whirlwind. Offering. This guy. Game 4 max. Havoc plus. To the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. No, I don't think we need to be cheating cards into play without paying energy. We have 5 already. Why I picked up the armaments? Because with the Fusion Hammer that we picked up long ago, most of the deck is unupgraded, so there's frequently a card I can get upgrade value out of. Okay, this is not what I had in mind. This fight looks terrifying, actually. 2 spikers. If I just play Whirlwind, I'm taking 14 times 5. 70 damage from spikes. So I'm not going to do that. Play Battle Trance to draw some cards. Drop a power, remove the debuff. Play Panacea, draw more cards. Still don't gain the debuff. Pretty good. Currently the odds of drawing armaments and feet together next turn are very high. Mind. I'd like to kill them this turn if I can. Kill one of them. Wait. I had energy left. That was a giant misplay on my part there. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Ow. Casually taking 27. My brain thought I had 0 energy left, so I was going to play it for a free kunai proc. That was not what happened. Ow. Incense burner set up, though, so that's nice. Ow, ow, ow. Make sure he's weakened next turn. Or war cry that. Oh. My order's wrong and I should feel wrong. Oh, I'm so screwed. With that draw order. I am actually screwed. Damn it. Okay, not the 45, thank goodness. I can block with second wind if I want to get rid of my strength. Alright, well, it was a good streak. I did not anticipate Nemesis just outright killing me. But I suppose it was what we were pretty vulnerable to. Deck had a hard time drawing consistently, despite all the card draw in it, weirdly enough. It's like we would have all the cards on one turn and then none of them the next turn. GG. GG. Yeah, the misplay mattered too, right? We would have totally lived, but I don't see us winning the run with the coffee dripper from having 25 health. Assuming we manage to get through the rest of the Nemesis fight without taking any more damage, which... No, I'm pretty sure we actually, like, even if we have 27 more health, we probably die in that fight. Brutal. Brutal. That was a rude one. Spire is swift and merciless at times. Any fight with a bad matchup can be an instant GG. I feel like we're only going to fight one elite this act. Gonna get the super elite out of the way. Head up this way. I don't like this 4 elite path, it's suicide. And this path is kind of weird, so this way. We have to play that strike against the jaw worm. Yeah, we had really rough draw order, like 2 fights in a row. Feels bad. Hey, jaw worm. Some strike draws here. Strength potion is definitely nice. Hello. Options. Leg sweep Caltrops finisher. What a delightful choice. We are fighting Hexaghost, which makes the Caltrops immediately attractive as a source of damage for the deck. Second wind lost the run. That is very potentially true, Ender X. I should probably reevaluate Second Wind based on how it performed in that deck. Mostly hoping it would do things like exhaust burns from Nemesis. But it was never drawn at the right time. If we needed front-loaded damage, Finisher would be good. We're not fighting an elite for a long time, though, so I'm not going to take a Finisher. It's a leg sweep, though. Take the leg sweep. Could be pretty greedy here. Ghost Jar. Ghost in a Jar is great. Removing a strike is fine, honestly. As long as I pick up some damage somewhere along the way. Surely we'll be offered better damage. He assured himself. What's the worst that could happen? Am I taking hallway fights on purpose right now? Yes. So I can get stuff to upgrade. Take the concentrate! Brilliant. Don't tell me I have to take a slice here. We do need front-loaded damage very badly right now. Slice is pretty ugly, as far as front-loaded damage goes. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna look for one more chance to get a decent damage card. One more chance. Yeah. Well, I think I'm no longer being given a choice. I have to take a damage card. Why did I take the escape plan? Partially because it'll ruin us against Nob, partially because, I don't know, my brain broke. You're right, I think I should have taken escape plan if I was not going to take the slice. I'm going to take the sneaky strike, because I feel like I have to. Also gonna upgrade it, because I feel like I have to. Should take my current health damage there. Upgrade neutralize or leg sweep? Seems probably the better upgrade. Yeah, holy lack of damage options indeed. Centennial Puzzle's nice. First time we... I should have taken those Caltrops instead of the leg sweep, apparently. This deck is gonna suck against 3 mushrooms. This is not pretty. Gorgeous. Okay, attack potion saves the day. Oof. Odd Mushroom means that when we're vulnerable, we'll take less damage if we manage to get to the heart. Hey, damage options! And good ones! Predator, Masterful Stab, Dagger Spray. I think I like a Predator a lot with a card draw, although the AoE of Dagger Spray is very valuable, and we have 2 Strength Potions, which makes this Dagger Spray extra valuable. I think because of the Strength Potions, I'm going to go with the Dagger Spray. It's convincing! hell are these cards? Reflex. This card's discarded from our hand, draw a card. I don't have the discard yet to take a Reflex. Only have a Survivor, as far as ways to discard a card goes. Hey, Camskate. Hope you're having a good one. Will the next SteamWorld Quest stream be Friday? Probably earlier than that, Trance. Probably like Wednesday or Thursday. Well, I think I like an Alchemize over skipping, so I'll take it. Alchemize is a decent enough card. Its downside is mostly that you're getting a worse, like you're having to choose a better rare card or something. Fairy in a bottle. Show your 5 turns a weekend, sir. Second Dagger Spray. Still want this. And I'm gonna upgrade one of them. And I'm very happy that I did. Wow, I'm really happy that I did. That is a heck of a turn 1. I imagine we're gonna need the Strength Potion for Hexaghost, so I'm not gonna use this. I got a Steroid Potion. That would have been much better to do in a different order. I could have won the fight immediately. Whoops. Hey, I finally do Survivor and Sneaky Strike together. Beautiful. Really good elite fight, as far as the Burning Elite goes. Old Coin says we have a lot of gold. This does not look like a choke deck. Could take a Concentrate. I don't have the card draw to make the Concentrate work yet. God. This is an awkward deck. I'm okay with a Deflect. Do we have enough damage to beat Hexaghost if I don't take choke? Maybe? Maybe. Choke isn't very good damage at the moment. No Cloak and Daggers, no real cantrips. Can't play it at the same time as Sneaky Strike. If I take the Deflect, I will die to Hexaghost, so we're gonna skip and upgrade Dagger Spray. And we're gonna hope against hope that we have enough damage here. I'll take it. Dex Potion, probably not doing much. Yeah. Old 0 damage. Oh, we just shuffled our deck without either Dagger Spray. That's probably GG, actually. I think I'd better use every resource at my disposal now. Because that is terrifying. Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna build a synergy, you need to start somewhere. And starting somewhere, to me, generally means starting with something that has an immediate value. I don't believe in, at least not on an Ascension 20, picking up cards that that don't provide any immediate value. Not that it matters, because we didn't get enough damage to beat Hexaghost. Should have taken the Caltrops on floor 1. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Damage short. GG. GG. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. Somebody asked me earlier, what are some of the, like, a rough seed that you've seen? That's a good example of one. Where we added Act 1 Silence into Hexaghost, just not offered enough damage, other than the Caltrops that we, in retrospect, ought to have taken, apparently. I'm gonna boss swap on Defect, I'm feeling it. White Bee Statue. Potions always appear after combat rewards. I like a White Bee Statue quite a bit. It can lead Defect into some really potent Act 1s. Potent Act 1s. How about this Act 1 that is... actually, no. Decent enough path. We can get a couple of elites. Have a great time. 3 elites and 2 fires, or 4 fires in the Burning Elite. The 3 elites, 2 fires route. Starting without the single lightning orb can be a little bit tough in the first hallway fight or two. And I'll be trading damage against Jawworm because of our lowered damage. But hopefully these potions will quickly start to make up for it. A loop? I mean, it's better than either of the other cards, so... even though it's not exactly the front-loaded damage I was looking for, I'll take it. Streamline, there's the front-loader damage I was looking for. That'll do. 15, reduce this card's cost by 1. Find more potions. I mean, alright. No, I'm actually quite happy with the current ones, thank you. But it was a nice attempt. I considered it a kind gesture. Evaluating whether I'm going to take damage next turn or not if I don't use a potion. Always use the block potion. Potentially. Oh, potentially. Take 2 to keep my current potions instead of getting a random one. I think yes. I like these potions. Yeah, potions. Charge battery is a decentish way to block. And I don't see any more damage being offered, so... say Livy. This I will use a potion in. She should have just played a strike instead of blocking for 1. Caltrops is a card I would call pretty consistently great. FTL versus Rip and Tear. I'm taking one of these because we need a little bit more damage in the deck to beat the elites that we're about to try to face. Rip and Tear does really good work. I think we're just going to take the FTL and upgrade Streamline, though. Yeah. Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less health. Going into a gauntlet of 3 of them. I dare say that's probably the perfect relic we could have found. Heck yeah. Sold! The defect and the blue cloak. I actually don't think I could think of a better common relic to have acquired there. I was meant to streamline this guy. Nope, good. Whetstone will upgrade 2 random attacks. First card we play each turn is played twice. Says Echo Form, and I say yes. I will take this. I will run with it. Getting upgraded here. 2 strikes. Nothing wrong with that. Genuinely, nothing wrong with that. Art of War. When we play Echo Form, gain an extra energy the next turn, is what Art of War says. You know what, Art of War? Appreciate it. Next turn, you're taking 5 plus 4 is 9. So you're just dying next turn. I can block. Cool. Two potion slots to go with our White Bee statue. Oh, this is exciting now. Now we have Synergy. Now we have Glacier. And Synergy. And we have 1 less strike. Oh my god. This deck got really good really fast. This deck might die really fast. Sunder? Well, 24 damage if this kills an enemy, gain 3 energy is a very good card with a Echo Form in the deck. Puts us in really good shape for the Snecko Eye we're gonna get. Or I can just remove another card, which might actually be Defend at the moment. I think I like a Sunder though. Gonna do so much damage. Hello, I would like 1 Echo Form, please. Let's put it into play immediately. Don't mind. Thanks. We have a rough draw order there. Now we're fine. Kabonk! Alright, Strawberry gives us 7 max, we got another poison potion, and potentially a sweeping beam if I want one for some AoE, which we probably do for the slime boss. Actually, no, I just want Sunder to be upgraded for the slime boss fight. I should genuinely be fine. Right? Don't need AoE when we have so much single target. To split this guy before the first big hit. Good. Should just double glacier. Yeah. Never mind then. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see, if I strike you twice, you're gonna go to 80 health. And you split next turn no matter what. Strike you one time. Ah. We're done twice then. Oh! Got our double center. I think a 20 hit point split on the slime boss is probably where we want to be here. If I had to guess. Six out of 3 energy. Wait, what? Oh, I double casted. That's right. GG. And now for the Snecko Eye, right? See, now this is where, like, if I knew I was getting a Snecko Eye, I would snap pick the Echo Form, but as it is, I probably need to take, like, machine learning or something. Because 2 Echo Forms is way too greedy on 3 energy. Without the Snecko Eye. Vision is kind of interesting. If I had more orb generation, I'd be more interested in it. Faith in the Snecko. Worst case scenario, it's just a dead card. Never hurt anybody, right? Never. I'm gonna believe in this machine learning. Oh no, these are Snecko Eye guys. Options are ectoplasm, gain gold, or sorry, gain energy every turn, but can no longer gain gold. Gain energy every turn, but all enemies get +1 strength, or every 2 turns gain 1 orb slot in the inserter. And I'm currently debating with myself whether or not the Philosopher's Stone or the ectoplasm is the harsher penalty. Hey, a meta joke. Why can't this be a snectoplasm? +1 strength is really hard to block for this deck. Yep. Actually, our strikes are fine. I'm gonna try the ectoplasm here. I don't know if this is the right pick. I choose to try it. Means we're only gonna get 1 card removal out of store for the rest of the run, gold-wise. What would an energy relic be like where the downside is becoming confused every fight? Let's see, that would probably... Let's see, so just confused me of 4 energy. That'd be actually, like, a reasonable energy relic. Wouldn't be nearly as broken as Snecko is. Be, like, probably pretty good a lot of the time. Let's see, so I can get fires, elites. 3 fires, 2 elites that way. The same, but also take out the burning elite going this way. Or... Ugh. Guess I am going to fight the burning elite. We have Sunder, so we're pretty good against both triple slavers and... Store, though. Or get a ton of events if I go this way. How much do I value the events, I suppose, is the question. Vampires, no thank you. The whack would be excellent. That could be excellent enough that I want to try for it. Ouch. A little bit rough. That's plenty. The deck struggles a lot once we get the... or until we get the... Form into play here. Dang. Okay, regen potion's nice. Ball lightning is... nice. Nice enough. We have Sunder. Okay, yeah, we fight these guys. Sunder, and we have a prayer. That prayer is, please don't kill me. They killed me. Damn it. Glacier, Sunder, Streamline, any of you? Hello? Hello? Cards? Not today. This would be 22... 1... Decent odds, alright. Decent enough odds. Thanks. Savage. I don't think I had a guaranteed way to kill bear there. I guess I could have double drawn off FTL. Maybe that was the right play. Probably was better, huh? Well, we're at 2 health. It's not a great place to be. In fact, it's a pretty abysmal place to be. Ult! No, I don't want to bet money. Damn it. I have ectoplasm. Where's the not betting option? Alright, well, I'm going to bet on the owner if I'm losing either way. For noodles! We win the bet! 250 gold. Amazing. Amazing. And here goes the rest of it. Oh, also our health is also going away here. We are just dead. Wait, no, 10... 15... Survive with 1 with the regen potion. Okay. 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 We're not dead yet. Oh, so I can't play Sunder. Ugh. Oh, we're so dead. We are so dead. 40 health. It's better to have Art of War than to play this. I think. Still alive! Wait, no we're not. Off by 1 error. GG. GG. I really need a Baylor math emote. God. Well, that does bring the defect to an unfortunate end. Been live for almost 4 hours now. I'm thinking I'm gonna call it an early stream today. Because it's been a busy and hectic week for me. And yeah, find out next time on Baylor Ball Z. Will the losing streak continue? Or will this be the start of another 3-0 win streak against the Heart, which we've done... Despite the recent losses, by the way. We're still... what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We're still 4 wins and 5 losses, so currently at 45% win rate on this save file, which is dang impressive, including a 3-0 Heart win streak, which makes, like, I don't know, the 4th or 5th time I've done that, which is very, very exciting. So I'm quite happy we got a rainbow. Thanks, Super People Guy. And thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you like Slay the Spire being played at a high level, then I'd love if you threw me a follow. Hitting that button above the stream. It's one of the easiest ways to support the channel for free. Plus allows you to be notified when the stream's live. And if not, no worries. Thanks for watching. Appreciated having you here. We will be live again on Tuesday, starting by at least 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might be earlier, depending on how things go. But I hope to see you all then. Let's see, is there anybody I want to throw a host on over to? You know what? Pans could use some love. Pans is playing some Trials of Fire, which is a deck-building kind of stratagem game with a more of a strategic style to it than Slay the Spire. I think you've got multiple characters moving around on a hex grid in tactical battles, and there's still a deck-building element to it, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to throw all of you his way, and I hope you have an awesome time. See you around, and thanks for watching, everybody. That's all for now.